Hi, I'm Robin,
And I'm Miss Amy.
and this video is all about our pre-K program at Gloria Deo Academy. So Miss Amy is our Dean of Lower Grammar. She's here today to talk to us about the pre-K program. Can you first start off by telling us what does a typical day in preschool look like for our little ones?
Sure. So our preschool day starts at 8:15, right along with the rest of the school. And our kiddos come in and they have playtime first thing in the morning. In our PreK-3 class, they actually rotate through thematic centers. And our PreK-4s learn to do something called busy bags, which are instructional, individualized learning games that they play each morning.
So they're games, but with an academic kind of purpose.
Exactly.
All right.
And after playtime, they start their morning with our morning circle time and our morning meeting, our math meeting. And so they do that for a good bit of their morning, and then they move into their math lesson.
Okay.
After math lesson, it's snack time. And they go outside for their snack and their recess, and then come back in, and that's when we hit our thematic units.
Okay.
So in PreK-3 and 4, we teach through thematic units, either one.
Now, what are thematic units?
So thematic units are when you take an idea or a concept and you do all of your learning and all of your lessons based on that. For example,
Around one theme.
dental health or butterflies or fire safety or farm or bears. And so they will teach thematically based on that one theme for either 1 or 2 weeks at a time. And
So
then,
all of their math learning, I'm sorry to interrupt, so all of their math learning, their reading, being read to, read alouds, it's going to be centered around that theme for that time.
exactly.
Okay.
So if you walk into a pre-K room during Bear Week, you will see teddy bears and bear counters and bear caves and bear books and hibernating and all kinds of things centered around that theme.
Okay.
That's right. And after their math and snack and thematic time, it's lunchtime. So our pre-Kers go outside for a good bit of time. We have a 30-minute lunchtime and a 30-minute recess time. And when they come back in from their afternoon lunchtime, they will do what we call table time, which focuses on fine motor skills, penmanship, that sort of thing, anything that they would need to do at a table.
So now this is interesting because you said that table time is its own specific time, meaning that everything that happened before this was not necessarily table time. Our littles are up, we're getting them moving around, they're just having a little bit more kinesthetic learning.
That's right.
Until the specific table time.
That's right. That's
So
right.
rather than other classrooms where majority's at the table and a little bit of moving around, we liked it to have it flipped.
The other way around. Yep. So a lot of moving around the room, a lot of activities through games and songs and finger plays and get up and dance and that sort of thing. But they do have a designated time that they'll come to the table and they'll focus on those fine motor skills.
Okay, great. How do we end the day in pre-K?
So the end of the day was nap time.
Nap time.
Of course, they are knocked out by nap time. Our pre-Kers do take about an hour to an hour and a half nap each day. But the very last lesson of our day in both K3 and K4 is their Bible time. And so they end their time with a sweet time together. They'll do their devotion time, their Bible lessons, any prayer requests, prayer time, their recitations.
Oh, they do. Our littles do prayer requests.
We do. They are, and they're precious. What they pray for, always mommy and daddy, of course, but they're very sweet. And then they will pack up, ready to go home for the day.
Okay, great. Is there anything that parents need to know that our preschoolers would need to be able to do or know prior to coming to our pre-K program?
Great question. So for our PreK-3s, our only requirement is that they're toilet trained,
Okay.
that they're potty trained.
Completely potty trained.
Yeah, we always have to specify that because
Yes.
potty training can be very vague in different families' homes. And so we ask that the K3s are independent in the bathroom.
Okay.
And so that means obviously they're potty trained, but they are able to handle their outerwear, their flushing the toilet, washing their hands,
Washing hands, all
Yeah.
the things.
of course. And then our K4s, we sort of academically step up just a bit. We would like for them to come in knowing basic things like recognizing their name and shapes and colors, some
Okay.
number recognition, maybe introduction to alphabet recognition. Our K3s moving into K4 will come knowing those things.
So
our
if they've
new-
been in K3, if they've been one of our little cubs,
That's right.
as we call them, then they'll pretty much go into K4
Ready to
set
go.
on shapes and a few numbers and some of those things.
That's right. Yep. Other than that, we just, no basic requirements. We kind of take them where they are and we.
There's no test on using scissors.
That's right. No assessment they have to sit down at the table to do. That's
Okay,
right.
that's good to know.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some of the program's goals for pre-K students? What are our goals for these little ones, and how do we help them get there?
Sure. I think probably our biggest goal for PreK-3 and PreK-4 is socialization. And what we do in the classrooms for our K program is teach through play-based activities. And so they are learning to share and get along and take turns and those type of behaviors, in addition to raising your hand when it's your turn to speak or following directions, single step directions, moving toward an instruction, that type of thing. And our goal really is just to reach them as a whole child. So spiritually, academically, socially, emotionally, physically, and just take those little creatures and begin.
There's so much to go when they're so little.
They've been on this earth for 3 or 4 years. That's so hard when you think of it that way.
There's so many opportunities.
That's right. And just sort of take them and begin to introduce them to who God created them to be.
What are some favorite things that our preschoolers look forward to? What are some of those favorite themes or fun learning experiences they get to do during the year?
Great question. Well, and because our K3s and our K4s follow the same thematic curriculum, both our 3s and 4s get to experience the same exciting things at the same time. In the fall, I think one of our big exciting things is they get to learn about corn, and they shuck. They shuck their own corn, learn about all the parts of the corn. We have some great farm unit things in store. Green eggs and ham during our Dr. Seuss week is always a big one. Fire safety.
Now, does someone actually bring in real green eggs?
Oh, we do. We do. Our PreK-3 teacher actually brings in, they actually make it together. They make it in the classroom. They scramble green eggs and ham. K4 is invited to join them, and they have a little breakfast together. Our fire unit is always a big one as well, because we somehow, some way bring in a firefighter, if not his truck as well. And so we have a presentation with the firefighter. So there's lots of great things to look forward to. Butterflies is another big unit in the spring where they will actually catch butterflies in the classroom.
So lots of hands-on experiences, even with like God's world and nature, being outside, and really getting to experience all of the learning that's happening in the classroom.
That's right.
Where can parents go, parents, co-teachers, if they have questions about the pre-K program prior to the start of school?
So prior to the start of school, parents are welcome and invited to reach out to their classroom teacher via email. Those teachers are ready and eager and ready to start the school year. We'll have answers to questions, can alleviate any nerves, that sort of thing. And so via email, they're able to contact their teachers.
All right, excellent. And as always, if anybody in general from our community is interested in our preschool program, they can call the school, call the Gloria Deo office to get more information.
That's right.
Thank you. Thanks for being on here.
Of course.
That's all we have for this video. Thanks for watching.